Welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing amazing. It is Snarkmas, and so we are snarking every day of this month up until Christmas Eve, where I do my live and other things. I'm going to do more lives this month. I haven't got to it, but I will. Today we're talking about Jatie vlogs, because, ew. And it's actually kind of like, you see these new and upcoming ones that are having babies, and they're just doing exactly the same thing as everybody else is doing, but it's just not catching like it used to. And thank baby Jesus, who we celebrate on Christmas, that's happening. Everybody's starting to wake up to this garbage, and it's absolutely awesome. And of course, it is Friday, so we spin the old wheel. Well, it's also Snarkmas, so we spin the wheel. Every single person is on this list right now who's in my membership and my Patreon, and we spin the wheel, we do a little dance, and we win a little prize. That freaking violin! It's so out of tune, and I wonder if it has to be. Asta H, you win a prize. Reach out to me at josh@thedadchallengepodcast.com, either shirt size and your address, and I'm gonna hook you up. Let's get to the snark. It's that time of year. DCP's here to snark and to jeer for these buttholes to hear. Don't forget to book your pap smear. Snarkmas 2023. Ho, ho, ho! Nana, you son of a bitch! That song, man, it's fire. It's just straight fire. Except for the violin, it comes in all off tune. Is that the dreidel song? That's not the dreidel song. Right? Okay. Anyway, so how's everybody's Christmas plans going? You're watching Christmas movies? I have yet to watch a Christmas movie, and it is December 8th. Like, I'm way behind. So I'm gonna get started tonight. I'm going to do my videos today for the weekend, so I have the weekend off with the kids, just watch Christmas movies, go tobogganing. We have tons of snow already. I got to get the rink finished because I need the backboards up. And my neighbor, who's amazing, got some wood, and we're going to put up the backboard so we can play actual hockey on the rink because it's that big. I'm so excited. I'm going to show you guys my process to how to stop, hockey stop. Because I can, like, skate, right? I'm not saying I can't skate. I've always been able to skate. If you're Canadian, you basically know how to skate. You're born knowing how to skate. I could skate. I could play hockey, but I grew up playing street hockey, so it was a little bit different. So I'm not good at ice hockey, but I just can't stop. Like, not good like NHL, like, you know, and you spray somebody like, what was that movie, Anna, Mighty Ducks? Remember that? And he sprayed him in the face and he scored. I can't do that. Okay, I don't want to try. So I'm going to document my process this winter of learning how to stop. And I'm going to say, it's probably going to take me a few hours of, like, straight up on ice stop and probably a few falls. I think in about, if I go hard for 6 to 8 hours, and I'm not saying in a row, I'm like an hour at a time, 6 to 8 sessions, I'll probably be able to do it. I think so. And then I'll learn some other stuff. It's going to be fun. You guys are going to come with me, watch me maybe die. It'll be fun. Anyway, Jatie vlogs, bunch of weirdos, buttholes. Doing a video called Answering Childbirth Questions You're Afraid to Ask. I love these guys so much with my heart. I don't. That was a lie. I lied to you guys. I'm sorry.
What's up, Jatie fam?
Okay, honestly, sitting down with this
clams
setup right here is giving me flashbacks, and I was just gonna say it, but I was waiting till we were
the echo. Da-ding, echo.
Recording of when I found out I was pregnant. Remember when I took the second pregnancy test and the Christmas tree was like in the background? I can't believe it's like almost been an entire year.
Like, I can't believe it's supposed to be like an entire year. Like, isn't that amazing? That's how it goes, lady. That's how it goes. Big wanker.
Since I found out, and now we have like a full child, and now we're doing this.
You have a full child? Oh my gosh.
Video.
That was great.
You guys are full childs. Children. Burn.
And yeah, which we are going to be answering your guys'
Stop saying your guys's! Stop it!
birth questions.
Which I feel like there is a lot that we haven't talked about too. So like, well, it's not that like we were trying to like avoid it. I just feel like there's things.
I feel like I really like doing these videos, not only because like I like to reflect on it, but also I know when Katie B was pregnant and we knew we were about to go through this experience, like we were able to watch TikToks and these YouTube videos to like give us peace of mind and kind of know what to expect.
Okay. So here's what they all do, right? We do these videos because we got peace of mind through TikTok videos. Do you not have family and friends? Really?
that have had babies, your family, and you were birthed by a person? Do you not have a relationship with your parents that you can just ask a question? I'm not saying everybody does, but I'm sure they do. Okay? Like, this is what they don't mean it. They didn't go to TikTok to get their comfort in pregnancy. They didn't. They're saying, we're doing this for you. Thanks, Captain Dumbass. We appreciate it. Nice shirt. Get a new one.
A little bit. Obviously, everybody's situation is going to be different.
Yeah.
But it definitely...
So we just said we're going to help you, but obviously you're all different. Thanks, Captain Tips. We got it. You're an idiot.
Yeah, it
Feeling spicy today.
helped.
All right, just get into the question.
Yeah, just ding. Question.
Quick solid. Maybe we are.
Yeah, there's a bunch of questions. I feel like a lot of these are for you, but we will see. So.
Yeah, I wonder why they're going to be for her, the person who birthed the baby. Interesting, why they would all be for her. Like, why? This is sexist a little bit that you guys are just asking her about childbirth. I was there, right? I went through the trenches. I ate Chick-fil-A in front of her when she was starving like 3 times in Chipotle. Like, I was there. Do you guys not remember how hungry I was and then I ate in front of her? Do you guys not remember how big of a butthole I am? This guy is gross.
We're just going to get right into it.
All right, let's do it.
How long did you wait to look down there after birth?
Really? Really?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, do you look down there normally at it? Them? Those? Do you? Can you? Do you need a mirror? Guys. Okay. Sorry.
I look.
Why are you playing this weird music?
I think a couple, 2 days, or I think right away.
What do you mean? Just like you look down like this, just to see if it's still there? Or are you like... I'm sorry. Yeah.
But with a full mirror and being able to, once I was home, not in the hospital, I think I looked.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like...
3 days after,
When did you look there, bruh?
because we were in the hospital for 2 days, and then I showered, and after I showered, I'm pretty sure I went with a mirror and looked. Cause,
Oh, you do need a mirror, that's what I thought. Your head doesn't bend that far, generally. Was it just my high school, or did everybody's high school have this rumor that Marilyn Manson took his ribs out so he could do something like that? Is that just everybody? We didn't have the internet. When things went viral back then, you got to figure out how. How? Where did that rumor start, and how did it spread to my school in rural New Brunswick? Right?
I wanted to see, I don't know, all the stitches.
I was going to say even sooner than that, literally post-birth.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to show you with the mirror? And
Well, you saw.
Yeah, and then I saw it right away. I was in there. I got
Okay, buddy. Nice salesman watch.
a little, almost too close at one point to where a little stitching blood squirt almost.
That's
hit me.
TMI, but yes,
You think?
Josh was definitely very close because I feel like so many guys are.
This is the guy almost passed out before she even opened up the canal.
Oh, did you look? I'm he was looking a little too close, and the whole time they're stitching me up, and he's this is.
What do you mean? He's just in there when they're stitching, over the guy's shoulder? Did he do the thing, put the old extra stitch in there for me? Shut up, that guy's stitching. He's don't ever say that, you douchebag. Well, again, why was he in there with the guy stitching? For video?
So fascinating, and I'm this is not cool. I'm this is not cool. I was I'm never gonna be able to walk again.
Shut up.
Also riding the biggest high of my life because that was the.
So you're riding the biggest high of your life. Your baby's just born, and so the thing you do is go look at your wife's vajayjay getting stitched up. That makes sense to me. Absolutely makes sense to a lot of people. It doesn't. You're a psychopath.
Experience of my life.
I honestly got
so everything was so interesting, and I was oh my, you're
What's with the necklace, dude? Stop it.
To me, she just gave birth. I'm this was the biggest blessing, and it was so amazing. So I'm in there wow, they're stitching you back up,
this is
to see you just push a baby.
He's lying, by the way.
Get out of there, this is the coolest thing ever.
I will say,
I was just high on life at the moment.
Again, you're high in life, so you look at your wife's stuff.
A good partner too, because the whole time it's like he's not like, ew, this is gross. He's like, what? This is like the coolest thing in the world, and that's how I felt too. Like
No, you just said it was gross earlier.
Me felt like anything with childbirth is gross.
Like, what is with this ASMR like humming music behind it? It's not even a nice sound. It's like ominous. It's not a nice major. It's like a minor with a fifth or a seventh. It doesn't. It's weird, man. Talking about stitching up your front bum with ominous music. Stop it.
It's like the most beautiful, like coolest thing ever. The fact that
oh my god, like the most beautiful like stitches like on my vag like. Especially you guys's.
Someone like.
Anyways, whenever I was getting stitched up.
Like someone basically roasted Josh for being like a hype man, but I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted. Was my hype.
Imagine having so many clothes you only have to wear it once. You know? Look at the size of the sleeve on that sweater. You can fit 2 bodies in there.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I honestly think watching alright, because obviously we filmed the birth, you guys have seen it. I think
obviously.
I was kind of like, I don't know what the right word is, like.
Loser. You were a loser during your wife's birth process. You were a huge douchebag, and you set us back. We don't claim you, but we don't get to. You said you're like, you talk about men having stereotypes and stuff like that. You are perpetuating every stereotype that doesn't, and you know, there's truth to stereotypes. I get that, I understand that. And because he's the guy that people are like, oh yeah, you're all the same. Because you're like this douchebag. No, we're not, man. No, we're not.
Shell shocked. Like I was just standing there, I was like,
bruh. Like I was like, bruh, stitches, bruh, nice stitch, bruh. Do a cross stitch like a fishing line.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't even like a great hype man. Like I feel like it could have been better, but
You weren't a hype man. They had to bring a chair in for you because you passed out, you big baby. You might have big muscles, right? But you're a big pea. I'll see.
Going into it, you're like, please don't like be super like.
Don't be like obnoxious.
Don't be over the top,
bruh. Nurses are like, dude.
So I was really worried about that.
Bruh.
There was no.
You're doing too much, bruh. On God. There's a guy on Instagram, I forget his name, but he acts like he's always like, on God. And it's like, I guess his wife plays his mom, and they're always like going shop for school supplies or something. He is absolutely effing hilarious. I love him so much. Bro, and he's got his hair down like this. It's so, every person in the chat who has teenagers is like, do we all have the same teenager?
You gotta push, babe. Like,
no.
You were just crushing it.
It was.
Don't say you were just crushing it while giving birth to a child. Please, can you use a different thing? Thanks.
A really cool experience, and I actually really look forward to doing it again.
Well, I'm sure you do because the paychecks. Because look at their dang channel. This is what's pissing me off about these people, okay? So just like everybody else, and I was going to say this at the beginning, I didn't do it, but I was going to, and I didn't. But I'm an idiot. They all do the same exact thing, and it bothers me so much because they have a baby, and it's just like they have, again, it's like the book. You open up the book, and it's like, here's the 10 rules of having babies. So as soon as they had this baby, where is it? Which has 2 million views. So you wonder why people do this? 2 million views. That's why they do it. This video paid them like 50 grand. Not 50, like 35 grand, depending on how long it is. Yeah. If people watch the ads, it's like $40,000 to have a baby on the internet. Would you do it? Right? Then first 48 hours with our baby girl, bringing home baby girl. Kate's first baby is, there's a mother. First family shoot. Like, all babies now. Push presents. Like it's an accessory to their channel. It's all this is. Our baby girl nursery tour. And I guarantee someone in here, they're going to talk about breast milk. Where is it? Are we ready for number 2? Which I think we're doing this video right now, I think. Is that, no, we're on a different Q&A already. Leaving the baby home alone, pranking with the newborn. Yeah, there's breast milk in the new McDonald's coffee. Like they all do the exact same BS. And it's the birthing video that gets them, right? Because now they're baby decides our day, 200,000 views, and then 2 weeks ago it's like 430,000. These guys make a lot of money doing this, and it's all the same BS garbage, right? But it's not as big as it used to be. Back in the day when at the height, like when I was covering Micah, these videos would have been 800 to a million each, 2 million each. So it is less, but still, babies will always, I think, always bring in big bucks, always. And these buttholes will always take advantage of it because they're buttholes. Her shirt should say big butthole. Because she's a big butthole.
Interesting.
The pregnancy, like...
Interesting. That's going to bring us to a question.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oof. I feel like this is definitely a question for both of us, but I feel like it was asked, like, kind of for me, maybe. Are you less sexually interested?
What the F? There are some questions you don't have to answer. Like, I get what you want to do. They're trying to do these videos because they have to give a guaranteed view count for their ads at the beginning, because I think they do this is a sponsored video. But this, like, you don't have, like, stop. Be adults now. You have a baby, you're parents. Stop. Just stop. You're disgusting. Why would you be less interested? And who's asking these questions? You should be asking the person, whoever asked this question, go get some therapy, you dumbass. You're gross.
It could be for both of us.
100%.
Both?
For both of us.
I wouldn't say less sexually interested. I'd say it is a little harder, but not really. Like, I feel like we still have time to...
That's not the question. Not, do you have time to do things? It's, are you less interested? But you're dumb, so probably not.
I'm not.
Dumb people are super fertile.
I'm not, but, like, I want to hear yours.
It's weird because Delavlogs, they're dumb as rocks, and they can't have babies, so maybe they're really good at math or something.
I'm not less sexually interested at all.
No.
Well, you didn't have to birth a baby from your split, dude. Okay? She did. Wanker. This guy is an idiot. We don't claim him. Dads, we don't claim him. He doesn't have his dad card. He didn't get it. If he did, he got it revoked. He doesn't have it. He's not allowed to have it. He's a loser. He's still a baby.
More.
Guy can't even grow facial hair.
I feel like if you have the right type of guy, like, what you just went through should make them more attracted to you.
Yeah. I feel like that's their fan base. Like, if he's got a whole bunch of gym bros in there being like, yo, there's a baby, like, I don't even want to. You know, there's guys out there like that, these gym bros like him, right? They have to keep a tight upkeep of some stuff, whatever. But the miracle of birth is, like, if you are not more attracted to your wife after she has birthed your child, you're a loser. Okay? Loser. Like, it's a superhero. That's superhero crap that these women are doing, okay? That is like good luck if a dude ever had to do that. This world would be like, the hospitals would be more equipped, probably. You know, say probably more drugs. Saying we'd be like bragging about it. I guess women sort of brag about stuff like that too. Like, there is a difference between, and I've noticed this, and it breaks my heart that, like, some people feel like the way that they have a baby, whether it's C-section or natural and not drugs, blah blah, like there's like this like standing scorecard about how you did it, and people want to know. That's so weird to me. But I guess if dudes did it, it'd be crazier. But we'd be like, oh, you got the drugs? Yeah, bro. We'd be like, yeah, man. How much did you get? 30 cc's? I did like 40. Yeah, man. We'd be like, bro, hugging it out, and like, yeah, drugs, all the drugs. Oh, you got it cut out of your body. Yeah, man. But it's the opposite with girls, I think. I'm stereotyping now.
You rather than, like...
But it's right. And you know it.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, there's no part of me that's less sexually attracted.
Yeah.
If anything, like, literally, I think I'm more sexually attracted. Just, like, even seeing you be an amazing mother and stuff, it's like, that's a turn.
That's because things grow when you have babies. Just saying. Boobs.
And yeah, I think there's another question in here.
And here's the question, and I think I know the answer. But they grow because they have milk. Right? I'm right. Like, you have milk ducts that fill up. And so they have to expand even before you have babies. So they're preparing for the food. Right? I'm a doctor now. Dr. Barbour.
On the way, I'm not going to jump to it. About, like, what was it different and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Okay.
No one asked that, buddy. You're the one who brought that up. It was a different... Like, you know what he's talking about, right? He's talking about the innards and the outards of the thing. And he's the one who's thinking that. He went right there. That's what he's saying.
Get to the next...
Yeah, she's like, don't say that. Get to the next question. She cannot believe he brought that up. She cannot believe he said that. And any dude who says that, don't be around those dudes, okay? I have a lot of great male friends, tons and tons. A lot of female friends too. And I would never ever say it to a girl. But us guys would never say something like that either. Like, did I get lucky, or are most guys like me, and then, like, some of the wankers are like that? Maybe it's because I grew up around church guys. You know, I'm not saying we're all perfect or anything, but I just feel like it's different. I think it's different. Change your friends if you have conversations like that.
We're gonna move on, but did you wax before labor?
Oh my gosh! These people are A-butts. I keep saying a-holes, but I want to say just something different. I keep saying buttholes too, and I'm like, booty hole, maybe? They're booty holes?
I did.
Butt zits, they're butt zits.
I think that was for me.
Oh, no.
Dude, none of these questions for you. You know why? Because again, you didn't do anything except for eat in front of her when she was starving.
I did, but
and pass out before anything even happened. So you're a loser.
yeah, I waxed before, but like
Is that necessary?
What are these genes?
But no, they literally were
What
like,
they see
they
going
were
on.
telling, they were like, it does not matter. And I
Doesn't matter. You're supposed to have hair down there. What do you mean? Why didn't he come across from like, for what reason would you need to do that? So the doctors can, for what reason? Someone explain it to me. You're not doing SEX because you got to wait at least 6 weeks anyway. But for what reason?
I knew it didn't matter, but it was more so for me, for like after. So
After what? What?
I didn't like, have to like shave and stuff, but I wanted to.
After what?
And actually, they
Like
told
so you can see the stitches, I guess? I don't know, because the stitches are, no.
bushes were in. This might be like a little TMI, but like they were talking, and I was like, oh really? They were
Did you say the bushes are in?
like, yeah, like all the 20-year-olds, like they all have like full-blown bushes, and I was like, oh really?
Bushes must be.
And I was like, interesting.
No, it's because nobody cares you're having a baby. No one's going to get their thing waxed because it doesn't matter. You're again, when they talk about this type of stuff, they're actually influencing people to think that this is like how you should be. Like when she bounced back after her baby, that's the compliment she was looking for, right? That her body was like banging after the baby. That's all she cared about. And there are women out there who don't bounce back like that, but they watch this and they feel less than, even if they can't understand it or phrase it or think about, like it could be internally psychologically hurting you and you don't even realize it. That you can't stack up to her because she bounced back because she works out incessantly all the time. And people who watch this stuff can't stack up to it. That's again, I've said this a million times in this channel. For a lot of new people who come out, I rarely say it anymore. But another reason I snark on these types of people and influencers, which is what I want to do in the new year, start talking about just influencers and family vloggers and like kind of expand it out a bit, is because these people who portray something, they are not that. Or they are, but what they don't realize is that they're adding to this cultural shift that should have never happened, that only affects our daughters, basically, by the way, okay? Not just our daughters, but the majority of our teen daughters and those who grew up on social media. It affects you in such a way that you might not even realize it, okay? It is so psychologically damaging. They aren't smart enough to understand what they're doing either, but if they were ever taught in a world to not do this because it would do it, they wouldn't change it anyway. Okay, but that's it. Saying stuff like this is so ridiculous because you actually do have influence on people. So if influencers actually cared and were responsible with their platforms, they would actually just start really, really, really paying attention to what they're saying. You know who does this well, and that's why I kind of like her, is Abby from Matt and Abby. The thing that stuck with me, the one thing where you're like talking about some kind of privilege they had or something, and she started talking about it, she's like, I don't want to talk about this because no one gives a flying banana what I say, what I do. Like she had a moment of an epiphany there, and that actually completely changed my mind about her. People who take their platforms and are very responsible with them are epic. I'm going to see this big surge of these new platformers or these new influencers coming out and being really smart with their platforms and being humble and everything else, because everybody likes humble people. Everybody hates cocky ass wankers like these, just so you're aware.
And I was like, well, I mean,
And even if you don't know you hate them, you don't realize it, that you're ingesting stuff that's going to make you feel less. And in the end, you're like, you always see these comments like, I don't know, I always had an inkling about why I didn't like them and I had to stay, and then finally it hit me. Sometimes it just takes a little while.
and I'm like, well, if anyone were to know, it would be them. Like the ones seeing the house they love. All, like,
Bush.
Asians, you know?
Interesting.
This guy's blushing, by the way, about bushes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Are you gonna follow trend?
No.
Okay, see? Now we know that Jatie, whatever the hell her name is, Janitor, has a shaved V. We all know that now. The internet knows that you have a shaved V. This guy doesn't have an ounce of hair in his body either. They probably go to the same waxer at the same time. Okay? But honestly, take this for a second. Your kid's going to grow up, eventually going to go to school. Now, when your kid gets into middle school, high school, whatever, they're going to be able to come back and watch this because everybody's going to know who your parents are. And everybody's gonna know your mom has a shaved V. Do you really want your kid to know that stuff? Like, do you really, honestly tell me truthfully, do you think that these kids want other kids to know intimate details about their parents like this? Right? Okay.
Woo, okay. Oh, here was right the next question. Does it feel the same after?
Talking about sex again. That's all, like, these are teenagers. I could get it, I understand. What do you mean?
No.
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 What do you...
What do you mean? Whoa, this guy's man who just got checked and he's all like ready to flare it up. What?
Do I feel like TMI?
Are you talking about like the pain or...
You mean...
What? Why don't you set the parameters of the question? Does it hurt? You know exactly what your weirdo, crazy ass, underage likely fans are asking here, and you're answering probably teenagers' questions here. Does it hurt? Well, what is it? Think about it for a second, dumbass.
Like having...
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I had a 4th degree tear, so like it's a little painful.
So then wait till the 4th degree tear is like a 10th degree black belt in repair. Then you can go ahead and get her done. But no, this guy can't help himself, right? And he probably pressures her to be like, "Okay, babe, I'm on a lot of testosterone pills and probably other things that boost my testosterone." Like testosterone, I don't know if you guys know this. If you work out, like, okay, story time. I have a channel called Fat Guy Beast Mode. I did a 12-week workout with a professional bodybuilder who was at my church. He's an amazing guy. I worked out like him and ate like him for 12 weeks, and it transformed my body to the best shape I've ever been in my entire life. Okay, even since I was a kid. The best shape, and I want to do it again. I'm just getting my gym ready. But, where's I going with that? But the one thing that actually happened, not only was my body transformed, but I was tired all the time because I was doing keto and I was working out like crazy, like 4 o'clock in the morning. But my libido was like, if you work out and you do this kind of stuff, especially for men, I don't know if it's the same for women, but your libido is insane. It's crazy because testosterone does that, right? And so you know this guy's probably in there like pressuring her. She's just got a 4th degree black belt in rips, and it's just like not telling it. What that tells me right there, the answer, what she just gave, is that they don't communicate with each other. That's kind of gross, actually.
But like that's just initially. But like that's because all your scar tissue is like healing. So like for me, like it doesn't feel bad. It just
You just said it did though.
Sometimes it hurt.
Yeah.
That TV is huge. Look at the size of that TV.
And for me, because I know like...
No one was asking you, bro. You have a wanger. Nothing. No one's asking you.
Our guys are like, oh, it's going to be so different.
Okay, no, he's bringing it back. He's bringing back the loose thing. That's what he's saying. And he's like, my friends were asking me. And no, you're the one bringing this up again, dude. And look at her face.
Yeah, I don't want to be like too TMI.
Yeah,
You're too late, bro. You're already... If you don't want to be too TMI, why are you bringing up these questions that are TMI? Likely from teenagers, by the way.
It was bad. I don't know.
Yeah. Holy awkward.
Why? Who cares?
That's so TMI.
It is.
For him, I was the same way.
Okay, the question is always like, oh, like, you know, you have a baby, like, you know.
Yeah, like-
Say it then. Stop beating around the bush. That's unfortunate phrasing from what they just talked about. But he's not wanting to say it, but he's saying it. Do you know what I'm saying? Just say it then. You guys you're so real and raw. Go ahead and say it. No, because he doesn't want to get ratioed, and he would too. That's something Matt would do.
Oh, like that's what people always say. They had this many kids. Like, oh, sex must be terrible. Like, oh, that's not true.
What? No one says that. Why do you have so many kids? Because probably the sex is good, right? Unless you're like 19 kids and counting. Like, I'm sure the last one was probably like just and came out. Like, there was not even like she probably has her own birthing room in her house. Just say, yeah, you know, it's like after 19, I'm sure it didn't go back to the original state, is what I'm saying.
Why?
Like, your body literally goes back. Like, you dilate and you come back. Like, it's not...
Yeah, does this guy not know that?
Look,
Don't marry gym bros, because this is what you get. This is what you want? Like, yeah, you got muscle? Cool. It's going to turn into a dad bod in 15 years, which is great, by the way. It's good. I love dad bods. You can buy your hoodie right here. Click it here. Go get your I Love Dads book. I'm going to refresh my merch in the new year. I got a couple comments saying it's old, and you're right. It's time to refresh the merch. I'm going all in-house to keep it cheaper for you. FY. Because Annie inspired me. Because she has a lot of great merch, and she does it in-house, and it's great. Anyway, I'll say, dad bod. Oh, yeah, don't date gym bros, because this is it. This is what you get. This is really what you think you're happy? Gym bros are disgusting. Not all of them, but some of them are.
I never had that mindset, but apparently people do.
Yeah, but that's like not even a thing. So
What do you mean mindset? He's like, I didn't have it. Some other people said that. Yeah, you did. Don't be a loser.
that's what I call it, the husband stitch. Like, oh, when I...
Yeah, see? Yeah, it's gross. And he laughs at that joke because he does think it's funny. And look at her. Do you think she looks impressed with that? And he's laughing at it. Because exactly what he thought. Because he's a damn gym bro who takes testosterone.
That's funny.
See?
It's a myth.
She doesn't think it's funny, bro. You have no self-awareness about what you just said and how she's reacting to it. Never, ever, if you've said that to your wife, unless you guys have a really good and it's snarky and she knows it's not offensive, you know, in the end, probably that joke is just, and I'm not trying to clutch my pearls here. I'm not trying to be a snowflake. That one is just don't. Do you know what I mean? It's like having a ball sack hanging off the back of your truck type of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like having this sticker on your car or whatever it is. Okay? Don't do that. Okay? That's trashy.
Yeah. All right, guys. The next question, and this one to me, I don't remember, but Katie said I did say it did. What does the room smell like?
Oh my sweet crackers! Why are you getting these are the questions you picked? Really? Again, you got to know this isn't coming from an adult because an adult would know. Never to ask this type of disgusting question. First of all, it's not disgusting. Hospitals are clean. But, like, you know, it's a teenager asking this. Probably a teenage boy.
You had made a comment after and you were like, well, it wasn't like, it didn't smell the best. Because, like,
there's, like, yeah, your amniotic sac and you're pooping and everything's... Ew, you guys are weird.
We talked about this, but you weren't, like, in the room like, oh, it smells
Hey,
bad.
I don't even remember anything like that at all. I don't remember a smell. And smell is really a powerful tool for nostalgia and like memories. You know what I learned that from it was a commercial for deodorant. What's it called? What's Old Spice? That smell is the strongest scent tied to memory. So if you smell that thing again, it like brings you back to a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever smell something that you haven't smelled in a long time? You're like right to the moment you smell like scent, man. Isn't that crazy? Cool? Isn't that cool? You guys ever done this when you were a kid? You just were standing around one day and there was nothing really going on or anything. And you're just like, I'm going to remember this moment for the rest of my life. You ever done that? And then you do? I've done that. I remember it. It was at Eastgate Mall.
You're like, oh, it's like, but that's like a thing, like childbirth isn't like a good, I didn't smell anything, but I feel like I was so distracted.
Like sitting here.
Well, it doesn't look like you can't, don't breathe out of your nose. You can tell by the way you talk.
Right now, it must not have been that bad because I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I could see myself maybe if I walked out of the room, which I don't think I did, and came back
I
in.
think it was like the placenta or something. I thought
The placenta to me, yeah, like that was the nastiest.
Placenta was gross. That thing is creepy looking like that.
Yeah.
Like,
That literally protected your baby. It is gross though. I'll give it that. That's why like sometimes people get upset with me when I say like I don't say periods are gross, but at the same time I think of this for a second. I thought about this the other day because I talk about a lot of these family vloggers who call out their daughters' periods and stuff, and really talk about it and like okay, it's stuff that could be private. And some women are like, no, you got to naturalize it, normalize it. And I understand that, but like it's blood, okay? That's coming out of your body. It's the same as poop. It's a thing that's waste from your body that's being shed, same as poop. But we don't go all talking about poop like it's like, hey gosh, normalize poop. We don't do that. I'm just saying there is dignity to all this kind of stuff, right? You know, like let's go back to the time when we all had dignity. The internet has ruined everybody, by the way, including myself. It has ruined everything, all the cool normal stuff. That's why a lot of people pine, especially if you grew up in the 90s and 80s. They pine for those days right before technology really took, because those were the good days. Now, in 30 years, I'm wondering if we're going to look back on this time, our children, and say those were the good days when I had this, and this. What is going to be so different in 30 years that we're going to look back and say, holy cow, that was a good time? That's humans. We suck, man. Elon, do something about it.
I was like, that was insane.
You know that we're so close, apparently? Like, we're so close to living forever through something like Neuralink. Did you know that? So they can encapsulate your being, your brain, your mind, and everything, and your thoughts and your like sentience, and put it into a damn robot or into a hard drive or something. Did you know that we're close to that? It is only like in my lifetime, I honestly think in my lifetime, maybe just past my lifetime, we are going to be to a point where you could live forever, literally live forever in your sentience. Not your body, but in sentience. And your body in a few hundred years, maybe not a few hundred, maybe tens of years, okay? The advancement in medical technology will be able to replace literally every single part of your body. Maybe, except for like, you know, your entire nervous system or your muscular system or your like veins and stuff. But like anything that kind of fails, it already can be replaced, by the way, just so you're aware. But like the advancement of AI technology and everything else and the AI medicine and everything and AI nano, like nano medical bots. There was a guy I went to church. I'm going off on a tangent all the time, but we're not even a quarter way through this video. But nanotechnology in medicine is going to literally change the game as far as cancer and anything that goes on is concerned. It can clear your veins out. It's the size of a blood cell. Okay, and it can be programmed to fight cells like cancer, to go into your brain, to clear veins. Like, we're worried about the advancement, we're worried about like overpopulation. When that medical stuff becomes so cheap that you can just go to Walgreens and pick it up. I'm telling you. Remember that movie Elysium when they went up to the thing and the robot did the thing? That's nanotechnology is going to be to a point where it will be able to save everything. And then you're going to be able to replace the parts that are worn out. I don't know why I'm getting into that, but that's reminding me of that.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, that to me, that was the only like.
It was cool to see.
It was cool to see, like I wasn't actually.
But it's like a gross looking thing, like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I
like
do, maybe
face.
it did have a smell, but like, and I have a strong sense of smell.
So do I though, and I mean I didn't
No, you
really.
don't.
I don't
No,
know,
you don't.
It was not something
No, you don't.
where I was like, oh, this is so
You know, a strong sense of beige is what you have.
gross.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't that bad. And sitting here right now, I don't even remember saying that, but maybe I could have definitely.
You didn't say it like in the
Oh
moment.
my gosh! Get to the next question!
Okay, do you feel like the baby takes up all of your time?
It should. That's your baby.
Honestly,
Well, it's not taking up this time, apparently. You guys still have time to vlog.
no.
I don't feel that
What?
way
No?
at all.
I don't feel
Not
it at
even-
all.
Not even the slightest bit.
Do you parent your child? Do you hang out with them? Do you have a full-time nanny? Is that what's going on? What do you mean, no? You ask any person who's had a baby, does it take all your time? And they say no? You're gonna be like, I'm calling CPS. Because clearly you neglect. Are you serious? A newborn takes up 24 hours of your time because it needs 24 hours of care. Are you serious? I mean, no. What? You dummies.
Feel like
What?
she. Also, I really don't know because we don't have anything to compare
So I really don't know because we have full-time support that we pay for because we're lazy.
to. But she's
I get to the gym, man, and take my tea.
really good about like taking her naps. Like she'll like even if like sometimes she'll just like sit if we put her down, like she stays there and she's obviously she stays there. But she's not like fussing. Like I don't know. Like I feel like there's times where we'll definitely have to like take a lot more time.
Okay, no. The answer is yes. The baby takes up 24 hours of our time. That's the answer. Because you don't just get to walk away because they're having a nap somewhere. You gotta, like, you're engaged 24 hours a day until at least they can crap themselves. Not themselves, but take a dump themselves without you there.
And like we spend so much time with her, but there's times where we can like set her down and get things done too. So I don't feel like, oh my gosh, they can't do anything. Like I don't know.
Stupid. Dumb answer.
Yeah, I feel like we're still.
This guy doesn't do anything, so don't ask him.
We've yet to have a babysitter, which
Yeah.
obviously eventually we're gonna need to find one and do that.
But it has been nice because I feel like we have had a babysitter, but we have been out and about. We have
I feel
been
like we've needed
so
a
much.
babysitter
Like
for
we're
sure.
still in like a soccer league. We go play pickleball every single night. Like we still.
Pickleball? You still go play pickleball every night and you have a newborn? How is it possible without somebody, like, they just said we have each other, right? Okay, cool. But how are you guys going to play pickleball every night? Again, they have, answer the question, do you have a full-time nanny? Why are these people so, here's why. Because they're fake. They don't want you to know that they have full-time nanny support because they can afford it. These people are rich, right? If you were rich, would you get support? Like at least someone to come clean your house or something? Like, would you? In Canada, we have 18 months of parental leave, which is absolutely bonkers, and we love it. Like, the one thing that every country should have is the ability to spend at least the first year with your newborn. Every country should have this. That should be a literal UN human right, okay? But I was talking to Annie in the States and stuff, and it's like, you don't have that. Some of you have like 2 days. Some have like maybe of 6 weeks if you're lucky, right? But like some people are putting their newborns in like daycares and stuff. That's so heartbreaking. But if you could get help, yeah, but not help with your child. Like I'm against like a full-time nanny unless you have no options. Like that's the only way you can go to work and to make ends meet. I'm not saying I'm against. I'm saying if you have the ability to be with your child, be with your child. Is what I'm saying. You know, and they're admitting they're going to play pickleball with a newborn. I love pickleball, but do I love pickleball more than my kids? No, I don't.
Totally live
I love pickleball though.
our lives, and some people would be like, "Oh, that's selfish. You need it." I'm like, no, I definitely think you still need to live your life and then like incorporate your baby into your life.
Yeah, but how do you incorporate your baby into pickleball? That's what people are asking. Like these people are selfish. They are like, I know people are like, no, you gotta live your life. Mm-mm. Once the baby is born, that is everything. So she just admitted that they're not admitting they've helped, which is super weird because they want you to know that they think they can do it all themselves. Even the Della, all these people, they all have support. Okay, they all hire it if they don't have it, or they move their parents in or whatever, right? So why don't you just be real about that? Why are you so ashamed to tell people that you need help? That would be a great use of your influence. Never feel ashamed for getting help. If you can afford it, get it. I would flex. I'd be like, I can afford it. I'm doing it. Right? And that's so I can spend more time with my child, though, not just go play pickleball. Like, you should be able to play pickleball. You know what I'm saying? But the pickleball is leaving out the point that they have help and they just admitted that they're only each other. So it's weird.
And obviously, there's so many things we do and put the baby first. So
but obviously, at this stage of like, you know, her life, like she sleeps
sleeping.
what is it, 20 hours a day or something?
Your child does not sleep 20. Are you even there ever? You're 20 hours a day. It's not a cat, dude. Did you get a cat instead of a kid when you brought it home? This thing doesn't look like a baby. It's a cat. It's not a cat. This guy's making me scared that doesn't do anything. Did you just say that?
Pretty much.
She pretty much sleeps out there.
No!
Obviously, like,
No, it doesn't.
Moving forward, as she gets older, her wake time's going to be a lot longer. And
Yeah. So I think like
things will be
too.
definitely different. So I don't want to make it sound like
20 hours a day. Maybe I didn't get that newborn. Because some babies sleep up to 14 hours a day in the first week. By 3 months, they're settled into a pattern of longer sleeps, perhaps 4 to 5 hours a night. I did not get 20 hours. We did not. And our kids slept all night. Like we didn't have a colicky baby. Both babies, they were all sleepers all the time. It's probably because we're always loud and so noises don't bother them. But 20 hours. I can see for the first week, obviously it's like eat, sleep, poop. Eat, sleep, poop. I get that. But they've been at this baby for months now. So they shouldn't be sleeping 20 hours a day.
oh, it's so easy.
No. I just think it also helps
Let's say
with
this
people.
Yeah, this is probably the easier stage.
Yeah,
It makes me nervous thinking like
some people say
You should be nervous because your kid is going to hate you, dude. I promise you that.
newborns
Hate you. Your toxic disgustingness.
stage
her
is
crying her
harder.
I'm like, ah.
And some say it's easier. I feel like the newborn stage is probably gonna be easier than the toddler stage, just because not that it's been easier, but it's been a lot easier than I thought.
Well, they don't move, so that's one thing. Toddlers are a-holes and can break things and get into things and fall down things and eat things like dog food, stuff, rocks, dirt. They can hide and run away. If you hear silence, you're like, someone's dead. So, yeah, it's way easier.
It would be, but she's also made it pretty easy because she's been a good baby. So
We'll see.
We'll see.
Check back in a couple months.
Things could change, so I don't
Things
want to
could
like, you know.
definitely change.
No, you have help.
Is it awkward having so many people see you vulnerable while giving birth?
You didn't see her naked?
Honestly, no, because I feel like
Because I feel like I don't have any, wherewithal. I have no dignity anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, could you honestly birth a baby on camera and show the world? Could you?
some people like look at that and
Like, that's like me taking a dump and putting on video. Like, taking my dump for the day. Let's go!
like, oh, it's so weird. Like, you even like no one says this, but like, well, my uncle was like, it's so weird. Like, I just watched your birth video. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. And she got all nervous about weird because your uncle said that to you?
and like, it is like something like where you're like letting people.
See, to me, I didn't think, like, no part of me thought that's weird because like.
Because you film everything.
I feel like we're so close, and it's like we've put so much on this.
What does that have to do? Oh, YouTube. Okay.
Of our lives. So I feel so comfortable doing that, but.
That right there, biggest red flag in the entire world. I feel so comfortable up to the point where I can put my naked wife on the YouTube. That's what he just said to you. He's like, I feel so comfortable because of what we share. Now, what do you think they're going to do with their child? This is what he's admitting to you. He does not care. He's like, we share so much that I'm so comfortable sharing with strangers online everything. They're exploiting this child, by the way, right now, and they're going to do all that too. You're going to see the dentist visits. You're going to see the doctor visits. You're going to see everything. You're going to see bath times. You're going to see they are serving their child up to predators on a silver platter.
Like when I really sat back and like one of my boys Snapchatted me that I haven't even seen him in probably like a year and a half. And he's watching he's like, I can't believe I'm watching Katie give birth right now. And I'm like,
yeah, and you don't find that weird a little bit?
Like, honestly, when you think about it, it's like I tried to imagine watching a video of any of my friends' girls giving birth, and I'm like, that would probably be pretty, like I would.
No, you're just trying to justify what you did. It's not normal, dude. You don't be like, hey, gather around, boys and friends, watch my wife give birth. Gather around. No, dude, it's not normal, man, but I know you're trying to justify it. I get that. You're trying to not feel like a total dweeb, but you're a dweeb.
Definitely watch it. That'd be pretty interesting.
Oh, this is weird, like, because normally you wouldn't watch, like, you know, so, but like.
Yeah, you wouldn't. She's like, she always is right on the cusp of saying the right thing. Just because I think she's just trying to stop him from being a wanker. Because she's like, you're being an idiot, man. So she tries to say the thing he should have said.
I would, like, if Tiff was giving birth, like, I feel like we would be so interested.
No, you wouldn't. Nobody does that.
Video.
I just feel like it's one of those things where I think YouTube's so cool because it's like, okay, it's just me and Josh in the moment, right? Like, so we're like,
Josh and I,
totally in the moment there. But then
you're not totally in the moment if you're filming it for the internet. You're not. You're totally in the moment of this is the focus, I'm recording it. You're in the focus of you're in the moment of holding a camera. You're not in the moment. In the moment would be none of those things happening and you'd be in the moment. You wouldn't be looking through a viewfinder at the moment. That camera separates you from the moment. The camera gets the moment, you don't. So you don't get to say we're in the moment when you're filming it. You're not in the moment. Sorry.
Get to share like special moments with people, and to me that doesn't make it less special. That makes it even more special because I'm like, I feel like people are more.
This video is so long. I thought it was a 15-minute one. It's 40 minutes.
Like our story, which I think is
like obviously we don't share everything. But
yeah, there's things we don't share, but like I think that was just
obviously we don't share anything except my vag on the internet. Come on, dude, you don't get to be like obviously we don't share everything. Well, clearly we wouldn't know that because you clearly do share everything. I'm going to see if they have this in a video on, if they have their dang questions all laid out. Do they? Please tell me you do. Because I can't do this whole thing. This is craziness. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they do. Does it feel the same after? Does she take up all your time? Is it awkward being naked? Thought of not making it. What is that supposed to mean? 1528. Here we go. 1528.
Interesting. Has the thought of your partner not making it after birth crossed your mind?
Not making, like, dying?
Me? Or that would be you?
Yeah, well, is he gonna die? He's gonna... What?
Good question.
Yeah.
Did that cross your mind?
I mean, he almost died. He almost passed out and hit his head on the floor.
But when I was about to pass out, maybe it did cross your mind.
What crossed her mind was, oh my gosh, this guy can probably bench 250, but passed out, and we haven't even started yet. That's what crossed her mind. What a big baby. So you can take all the testosterone and look as tough as you want, but you're just a big old softy. A big old pea. I'll see.
No, did it cross your mind when we rushed to the hospital?
Okay, I would say, first of all...
Dumb question. Let's go to the next one. Did your nipples change in 1858? I kid you not.
This was a little less deep question. Do your nipples change?
Yes. Just talk to your doctor, people who are asking these questions. Don't ask influencers.
They changed the color while I was pregnant, but I don't think they're changed now, but like maybe later. Right now they look the same, I think. It is weird.
Do you breastfeed?
Say like your boobs change so much from like when you're pregnant, so then when you have the baby, your milk comes in.
Okay,
like
so
that day, I was like, oh my god, I look like I got like a massive boob job. But then they like go.
Like his face is like, I know, I was there.
Go back. Yeah.
I know. I don't remember what the...
I know, he said.
Before.
No, I know.
So a bunch of these questions are the same.
Feel that.
Yeah, not for me.
This one is, did Katie B have body odor postpartum?
I actually did.
Oh, body odor.
Well, I guess it's for you.
That's a stupid question.
No, I had heard.
You can have a shower, postpartum, and what do you mean? Do you stink postpartum? What? What do you mean? Did you stink postpartum? What are the questions, man? Here, 2307 is probably better. Do you miss your old body? But she literally has her old body. And that's the biggest flex for her. She was so excited about that.
Babies, but it's like way less common than the good, So like,
Sure.
I feel like just hearing those stories and just like, I don't know, praying about it and just making sure it's like, obviously there'll always be a little sense of like what is.
See, they have a bunch of repeated questions, like scared to have another kid. Are you still attracted to Kate? Which they already said, are you still sexually interested? And that's so stupid. Do you argue over sleep, and then do you feel confident, and do you want another baby? Of course they're going to have another baby. That's how much money they made.
But
They see babies as monetary gain. Isn't that crazy? Like they would all be lying to you if they said that they didn't even consider the view count they get from having babies, because they all do. Jess Pham is considering doing it right now because her channel is literally in the pooper, right? And she thinks that having a baby is going to save her channel. It's not. It's not going to save her channel.
All right, guys. The next question is: do you miss your body before Sky?
No, because it's the same.
And honestly, I will say, I feel like my body is almost the same, but there is.
Do you feel like anything's different?
See?
Because I don't.
I feel like there's like small differences, but I don't care. Like, and even when I had first.
See what they're saying here? I smell like there's like differences we can never see, but she's like, this is what they wanted to answer. Like, this is all that matters to her. Not baby, healthy, all this about like, getting back to this thing. This is why influencer culture is super toxic and dangerous for everybody. Not even let me answer it. Last question is like, do you want another baby? Because you know what the answer is going to be, 3618.
We'll get there.
That's actually the next question. Is it hard not to not have another baby right away?
What kind of phrasing of the question is that? Is it hard not to have just, what?
No. I still feel like I just got over being pregnant.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I totally want to enjoy this time not being pregnant before being pregnant again, and like soak up. I don't want to like rush it, but I definitely would want like a close age gap. But I don't want to rush things. So like, to me, it is nice not being pregnant for a little bit.
That's so stupid question.
Yeah, for me, I kind of go back and forth in my head about it because, again, like I want to soak it up and everything, but
we gotta get them view counts up, bro.
I'm like, but also, I'm like, if you were got pregnant now, like that's 9 months. Like,
But 9 months is so fast. Like 9 months really is fast.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are dumb. These people are so bad. How do they get fans?
I'd say
How?
it's like around a year.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And that music has been playing the whole time, and it's really, really bugging me. It was a long video, man. I didn't think it was gonna be that long, but there you go. JD vlogs. Bunch of wankers. Nobody likes them. Weirdos. Jeans are ugly. Your shirt's ugly. Your necklace is like, that's what teenagers wear. Okay, they should not be having kids, man. They're not ready. Everybody, take a deep snarkless breath with me. Breathe it out. You guys are some kind of something. Did you know that? I hope that your holidays are going amazing. Planning everything's going well. Getting the gifts for your kids. Make sure your son, if you have a kid between the ages like 6 and like 10, 9, 8, 11, something like that. Beast Lab. It's about the Beast Lab this year, just so you're aware. And it's probably going to be a big waste of money. But Beast Lab. Get that for you. Yeah. I got a new store launching a new website and stuff launching in the new year, just so you guys are aware. I'm trying to go in-house. I'm trying to figure out how to do all my merch in-house. So I've got an amazing girl who does all my shipping and actually makes my shirts for me and stuff like that. So I'm going to see what she thinks, Kelsey, if you're watching, about going fully in-house with all my merch. There's going to be less options to choose from, but it's going to be cheaper and better quality and faster. And I'm not going to be able to do like the print all over stuff because I don't have a direct-to-garment printer, but I'm considering it. I don't know. I like the idea of having also having a little bit of a drop ship in my store about like really cool things that I buy. If you like sweaters I'm wearing or things like that, I'm going to put them in my drop shipping store and you guys can go there. I just think it's time to scale up a little bit. And in the new year also, I'm going to start bringing in different types of snark. I'm going to be starting snark on like pop culture, not just snarking, but talking about stories in pop culture, not like politics or anything like that, but just like kind of the big stuff going on in the world of YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's time. I think family vlogging is kind of on its way out, and that was my mission to like, not my only mission, but it was my big missions to get like, to really, really call them out. I'm not going to stop doing that. Don't get me wrong. I'm absolutely going to be majority of my content. But I think I got some snark all around for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to do that. Let me know if you have any cool ideas you want me to do, or some things you think I'd be good at or to talk about. You know, even dad advice, things really fun. And Doodads is coming in the new year. That's going to be dope sauce. Don't forget it. Please head over to my merch store and buy some merch for Christmas. I think you can get still some time. And also join the Patreon or the membership here, and you're amazing, incredible, and valuable. Don't you forget it, and I will see you when I see you.
It's that time of year. DCP's here to snark and to jeer for these buttholes to hear. Don't forget to book your pap smear. Snarkmas 2023.
Ho, ho, ho! Nana, you son of a bitch!